Okay, yes, I will admit to you, I'm a little bit poorly, but I will still make this video. Just because it was a special day. More like a confusing morning for us all. Hello everyone, my name is NewFlowerGirl, but you can call me Demi, and welcome back to another Aftertalk video. Today we're going to be talking about the confusing Formula 1 2022 Grand Prix of Japan. Yes, they went back to Suzuka and was straight up rain. Just rain. They did drive every single session though, so that was good. And this is the third time this season they finished a race under a time limit. Like when there was a clock instead of just laps. So yeah. We're gonna go to FP1 first, and the winner of FP1, the first person in FP1 was Fernando Alonso in the Alpine. Heads down, it was raining, so yes, it was confusing. Max Verstappen, where were you? Where are you, mate? Max Verstappen P6 there. On Fridays, Max isn't always the fastest, so that's normal. Yeah, these laps driven by Russell, Perez and Max, which are full. The most laps driven was 16 by Yuki Tsunoda and Charles Leclerc. And the fastest time was a 1 minute 42.248. FP2. This one was also combined with a Pirelli tire test. They have to do that every few minutes, or every couple of. But they have to do one every year. So yeah. These laps driven was 0 by Mick Schumacher because he spinned during one of the practice starts on after FP1 and basically crashed then. Yeah, his entire chassis was gone, so the guys, they had to put it back together. But yeah. Most laps driven were 27 by Yuki Tsunoda. Fastest time was set by George Russell, a 1 minute 41.935. I'm a little bit coughy. I'm a little bit coughing and a bit sneezing. But just for this, I hope I'm not too much gonna cough. Right, FP3. Oh wait, where was Max? Let's see that. Third. Max was third. FP3. There was Max the fastest, and this was the first dry session of the weekend. Least laps driven was 20 by Fernando Alonso, and most laps driven was 28 by George Russell and Daniel Ricciardo. The fastest time was set by Max Verstappen, was a 1 minute 30.671. Now we're gonna go to Q1. Okay? Yeah, Q1. This one was also dry. The entire Saturday it was dry. So yeah. The people who did go through were Nicholas Latifi, Lance Stroll, Kevin Magnussen, Pierre Gasly and Alexander Albon. Max stopped that session with a 1 minute 30.224. So yeah. Q2, sorry. Fastest man, Checo, Perez. The people who were out were Mick Schumacher, Guan Yu Zhao, Yuki Tsunoda, Valtteri Bottas and Daniel Ricciardo. Which means Sebastian Vettel in Q3. And he already said on the radio, Arigato gozaimasu, which means thank you very much in Japanese. The fastest lap was a 1 minute 29.925. I'm afraid it's a little bit thicky. I've got some water. Which I keep by my bed. Right here. It's one night old. But yeah, I'll still have it. There we go. Right. And this session, Fernando Alonso was second. Q3. Max was the fastest with a 1 minute 29.304. And Sebastian Vettel, he's 9th. He loves Suzuka, and Suzuka loves him. It's basically Japan loves him, rather than just Suzuka. And vice versa. Alright. Let's have a look at what the grid was going to be. So, in the front row, we have Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc. Second row, Carlos Sainz and Sergio Perez. Third row, Esteban Ocon with Lewis Hamilton. They were fighting the entire race. It was amazing. Well, the entire race. I'll get to that in a bit. Fourth row, Fernando Alonso and George Russell. Fifth row, Sebastian Vettel and Lando Norris. Sixth row, Daniel Ricciardo and Valtteri Bottas. Seventh row, Yuki Tsunoda and Guan Yu Zhao. Eighth row, Mick Schumacher and Alex Albon. Ninth row, Kevin Magnussen and Lance Stroll. And last row, Nicholas Latifi and Pierre Gasly started from the pits. Well, now let's go to the race, because it was kind of weird. Retirements were Carlos Sainz and Alex Albon. So basically what happened was it rained there in Suzuka. So they started normal time, which was 7 AM for the Dutchies. I got up at the time that my alarm goes for when I need to go to school, which is 6:20 AM. To walk the dog and turn on the TV to have to put on FIA Play. And I was like, I don't want to get up at all. I'm just gonna watch the race from my bed. But no, I got up, being the responsible one. I was up early. I think my sister was up early, mainly because my alarm for when I need to get up early is basically a chicken doing Formula 1 sounds. I am crazy, I know. Just let me have this. Yeah, it was raining. Carlos Sainz actually crashed out. Alex Albon had technical difficulties. He couldn't shift up. And then there was safety car. And then on the second lap, it was called red flag, because it was gonna rain even more. And there was a tow truck on there, on the track, while Pierre Gasly was still driving. And during the red flag in the pit lane, Gasly said to his team that he could have killed himself there, considering what happened in 2014 at Suzuka during a race, also during a safety car and a rainy race with Jules Bianchi. It was kind of disrespectful that they didn't wait until all the drivers were in the pit lane or all the drivers were past there. I believe they just kind of forgot about Gasly, which is just foolish. It's like, why? I'm just so irritated right now about the FIA. But yeah, they continued to race. I'll get to the point where it was more confusing in a bit. So, yeah, Homero Yuki Tsunoda, P13, at least he finished the race. Yeah, they drove 28 laps here, yeah, right. The podium was supposed to be Max, Charles, Sergio. But, on the last lap, going into the last chicane, Charles went wide and cut the chicane. So he got a 5-second time penalty and dropped back to behind Sergio Perez. Now we get to the confusing part, alright? Max could have, before we went here, they said that Max could have become champion if he won the race. Wait, let me get on Instagram real quick. I have Instagram open. There we go. I'm still a bit sniffly, guys. I'm so sorry. I think I saved it. No, that's Singapore. I think it was on Twitter either, I believe. I think it was on Twitter. It's Formula 1 on Twitter. F1. Wait, where was it? Scroll down a lot. Right. There we go. Okay, so if Max finished first with fastest lap, then Charles would have had to finish second or lower, and Perez would have finished second or lower. But Max didn't get fastest lap. If Max got first without fastest lap, then Charles would have needed to get third or lower, or and Perez second or lower. Now, as you can tell, it's right now, the standings are Max, Checo, Charles. And that is basically the second one I just called. So that would have been Max champion. But there was a lot of confusion with the points that were given. Well, basically, the FIA have their rule book, like every race class. They have a rule book, and in this rule book, it said that it said something. So basically, race got suspended after 2 laps. They waited in the pits for like a long time. I was like, I'm gonna go back to bed, but I'm not. But I won't, because I'm still having my breakfast. And yeah, and then all of a sudden at like 9 o'clock, which is 8 for the UK people, we got the call like, yep, we're gonna go racing finally. We're gonna have 45 minutes of racing, and it's gonna be a rolling start. We're gonna do a few laps behind the safety car, and then we're gonna go. So they did eventually race, and there was a lot of confusion as to like which points were awarded. Now, there were 28 laps completed in total, and basically that would mean like close to 75% of the race completed, I believe, and that would be 4 points. But they did not think of that, because everyone just thought like, yeah, 50% of the race is completed, so they're basically gonna go 13 to Max, 10 to Perez, and 8 to Charles. But here comes the rulebook in play. If a race is suspended and then continued, but there's a red flag to eventually call off the race, then half points are awarded. But if the race is suspended, then continued, and they finish it without red flag, then 4 points are awarded. This basically says it all. Max won, he's champion. And I'm wearing the shirt from last year. I don't have the shirt for this year. So basically, in Japan, with a Honda engine, where Honda basically lives, Max Verstappen, on the home circuit of Honda, won the race and the championship. Now it's just up to Red Bull to win the championship as well. The constructors. I am super happy. I hope you guys are. But it was very confusing. Like it was so confusing. But like everyone's like saying on Twitter, like, congratulations Max, you won your championship, congratulations. And then people on Ferrari are like, yeah, we're gonna get a look to next year, congratulations Max. Like Ferrari is just sport. Ferrari is very supportive as well. They're like, oh no, Max is out. Let's not post something nice. Well, let's not post something as in like, we finished our race. We'll just say, even though this driver of ours finished our race, Max had a terrible crash. We hope he's okay. Like that's Ferrari. That's basically the mindset of Ferrari. They're like, we'll just stay supportive to the other teams. Like, we'll congratulate them as well. And they did. They did congratulate Max and Red Bull. Yeah, it was like so long waiting. Even Max was confused. I was even more confused. I was like, did he win it? I mean, they got half points. But it was only like until after I found out that it was like, until after I found out like, he would get 4 points if the race did not get suspended. So yeah. But if it got suspended and continued and finished under normal circumstances. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. No. Credits also to Nicholas Latifi, Mr. Goatman. Well, not Goatman, Mr. Nutella Man. He's gotten his first points of the season. Finally. He's off the mark. So now every current F1 driver on the grid, all 20 of them, they have points. Unfortunately, Latifi will be out next year. Also, big news. Alpine is going to get a full French lineup. Pierre Gasly has signed with Alpine. And we're going to get two Dutchies in the Formula 1. Nick De Vries is going to go to AlphaTauri. So yeah. That's going to be fun. So now we just have to wait for Haas and Williams to confirm their driver lineup. And then we have the lineup fully completed. In MotoGP, it's already completed. I believe. Fastest lap. I cannot believe this. It's good for him. Zhou Guanyu. And also, Mick Schumacher drove his first meters as the Grand Prix leader. It was only like 3 or something before he got overtaken by Max. But hey, it's still leading a Grand Prix. His father will be proud when he hears about this. Like, he'll be going up to saying like, Dad, I led a few meters of the Grand Prix before I got overtaken by Max. And I think that Michael Schumacher would bring a massive smile on his face. Yeah. Also, at the track where Michael Schumacher brought his first Ferrari championship title, his first driver's title as Ferrari driver, so that makes it even more special in my eyes. Yeah. And also, at the official race start, Gasly got a sign stuck under his nose. Broke his front wing. But yeah. The race was good. No DRS, of course, because in the rain you cannot have DRS. And yeah, it's just good. Lewis Hamilton and Esteban Ocon were fighting the entire damn race, and I loved it so much. It was amazing. Like, Hamilton kept on trying it kept on trying to pass Ocon, and Ocon was just like defending like a lion. Just imagine the meme coming up again. You know, the track must have been like this wide, and then Ocon must have been like this wide. So yeah. Yeah. He was really defending. Next Aftertalk is the one of MotoGP at not Albert Park, at Phillip Island in Australia. I'm gonna go back there, I believe for the first time since lockdown-ish. Yeah. We hope that's gonna be a good race. We're gonna wait and see who gets the title there. I do hope Quartararo. But then again, Francesco Bagnaia is like 2 points behind him in the championship. So we'll see. And hopefully next time I will feel a little better, less sniffly. I'm gonna drink a lot of water, a lot of tea with honey, which I've been doing for the past 2 days. And yeah, I feel like it's gonna do a bit better for me. I mean, first 2 days I had like a sore throat. It's no COVID, because like, yeah, it's no COVID, I just know. And yeah, after I ate spicy food, my sore throat basically went away. So if you guys have a sore throat, eat spicy food. You will no longer have a sore throat. You'll have a sore tongue. It is worth it though, eating spicy food. But anyway, that's it for today's Aftertalk. I've got to get ready. Message one of my friends for the escape room, which I'm going to be doing. It's going to be on their channel. So definitely check that out once it comes up. And yeah, that's it from me for now. Saturday will be the vlog of me going to a football match, which I'm very excited about. I'm going to go there on Tuesday. So that would have been yesterday for you guys. Netherlands against Norway practice match. I'm going to be sitting right behind the goal. So if you guys are watching it, then, you know, I will message, like, I will say in my Discord, like, oh, I look like this and this. This is what I'm wearing. So then maybe if you guys can spot me, then take a picture. Yeah. But yeah, that's it from me for now. Leave a like while you're at it. Subscribe if you're new. But I shall see you guys in another video. Bye!